Hey guys, it's Rich, and I am reviving Futhark Fridays. I really want to continue this series. I really want to finish out this series, and today we are discussing Thurisaz. Now, I will be bringing you guys down so you can see all of the different modalities or the different stones that I have runes on, so you can find different ways that it might connect with you. And many of these you can either buy or make yourself. So anyway, let's get on to Thurisaz. Okay, so like I said, we are looking at Thurisaz, or however you say that word. I'm just going to say that's Thurisaz. But this is known as the boundary rune. This is the one that reminds me of thorns because of the thorn-like quality of the symbol here. It's also reminiscent of a serpent's fang or a blade, and some even say that it is reminiscent of Thor's hammer. I think that it can mean any one of those things, so to me it is more reminiscent of a thorn or a like a jagger bush, as we would call it, from where I come from, or a thistle bush in some other areas. Now, the reason that I like that imagery for this rune is because growing up on a farm, and you still see it today, that planting thorns along the boundary of your property kind of sets the property line. It keeps animals out, and it keeps people out too. So this is appropriately enough for me, very much a boundary rune. Now this says, and I'm not thrilled about the meanings on these cards, it says defense, hardship, and self-discipline. Now I do agree with the defense. In the reverse, I would agree with the hardship, and I don't know if I agree with the self-discipline. I guess it can be thought of in that way. But for me, it's very much a defense, especially in the upright position, which it is in now. Looking at it in the upright position, it's saying to me that you need to set your boundaries, that you need to know that there may be something looming on the horizon that you might want to not look forward to, but know about before it actually happens. So you might have some danger looming on the horizon, and like I said, this is in the upright position, so it is pointing towards the future, and if you read from left to right, which I do, so with it pointing in the future aspect, that means that something is coming in the future. Now, if this is in the present aspect, then I would still be cautious. I would definitely be setting boundaries, setting up your wall of protection. Just kind of looking over your shoulder, watching your back. So definitely in the upright position, be on guard, be aware of your surroundings, be cautious. Now, in the inverted, I got two different meanings during my research. One says that it is enhanced levels of defense that are needed, or the attack is imminent. And I've also found that it is saying that the attack is lessened, or your defense doesn't need to be as strong right then and there. So I do have conflicting research on the inverted meanings, but in the upright meanings, I pretty much found the same thing throughout. So in the inverted meanings, what I would do is I would set the intention that, at least for me, it would mean that the attack or the situation is a little bit more dire, that you need to have excess caution or elevated levels of caution, that you really need to watch what your next step is, which I guess could be the self-discipline that's talked about here. But in this situation, I would definitely watch your next step. Whether it is taken as a good meaning or a bad meaning, I would still leave up anytime that this comes in a reading the walls of protection. So, always good to have the walls ready to go up at any given time. Now, this would be especially good if it was in the inverted, if you go with the lessened danger in the past, or in the past in general. If it comes up in the past in a reading, that's even better. So, hopefully, your Thurisaz will always be in the past element. Now, you may notice that I have a different rune here that is joining us. I have found my rune set that I had in storage, and yeah, it's joining us for the first time. This set you can get at Barnes & Noble, and just a little thing. It does come with its own little bag, so you get a nice little felt bag. It is like a plastic, so it's nice to, if you want to actually cast them as a full casting, which I will demonstrate in a later video. So it does hold up if you want to do that, and you don't have to worry about your stones getting chipped or broken or anything like that, which I would worry about with these stones since they were a gift. So I think that's all that I have for this week's video on Thurisaz. And I hope you guys found this helpful. And I just can't wait to do more of these videos because I really want to kind of get a working relationship with the runes again, because once I went to tarot, I kind of stopped looking at the runes, and I really kind of miss it. So, until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.